Alright, BFC, hello, I'm Wicked. I am here with a State of the BFC episode. I'm doing this one myself due to some issues trying to get everyone together. Um, but I'm just going to bring up my points, and this should be a shorter episode, but I'm still going to go over everything in detail as well. It's going to be a little bit more of a boring episode as well. I don't have any guests or people on. I just wanted to get everything out, get it out to you guys, and we can move from there. Um, so hello. Um, the first thing I want to address is we have some things coming up that are actually going to relate to the stats. So if you didn't know, you can get to the stats here. Um, they are currently not finished yet, but you can go over to the community page. And as of right now, if you go, you start off on the home page, then you go over into forums, and you can scroll over, and it should be where is it? It's on the second page now. To be under Drop Zone 3 individual player statistics, and there you can click on that. Can't edit the stats or anything, but you can go in and you can see. Should come up here in a second. You can see all the stats right there. You can organize it however you want, et cetera, et cetera. I still have a couple more matches, about 2 or 3 more to put in before those are complete. So I apologize for the delay there, finishing up the regular season statistics. Um, the second thing I wanted to be able to address is the playoffs are currently in progress. We didn't get an episode before they actually started, but thanks to all teams who have played so far, um, and we really hope that all of you continue to play with us because we will be hosting more tournaments. So we hope that every single team, every single player stays with us. Hope they enjoy the tournaments. We're always taking suggestions on how to be better. But uh, we have the playoffs coming up. There should be the semifinals happening this weekend, hopefully, and then the final should be the probably next weekend around I don't know what day, around the 21st of February. We should be expecting the tournament to or the around the 19th or so of February, 18, 19. Expect the tournament to be finished up. Again, we have Blaster Brothers and Twat playing each other coming up, and we have R and 322. So those are the games coming up. If you're looking for some more matches, we're getting really close to the end of Drop Zone 3. It's really exciting. We're getting really close to the end of the uh, season or the tournament. So again, thanks everyone for playing in that. But the things I really wanted to address, the meat of the episode, is coming with the 2 announcements of what we're doing towards the end of this tournament. I wanted to get a push for our community to be really more community focused, community centralized. So we've had talks of doing these things way in the past. It's been a kind of an on and off thing, but I really wanted to make both of these things more official. And I kind of messaged teams earlier in the day about what's going on. But basically, we're going to be doing a all-star game. Um, and the All Star game is going to be based on the Drop Zone 3 tournament we have going. And I'm really excited for it because I like watching good games. I'll be commentating it along with one of my colleagues, and we're trying to get a 6-on-6 going currently, a full team of just all stars, but schedule depending, that might have to shift down to maybe a 5-on-5, 4-on-4. But we'll try and get as many people in as we can get up to the 6 cap. Um, but so the how we're going to be doing the all star voting is the main thing, or how it's going to be decided. The first part is kind of what I was getting to earlier with the stats. Battlefront 2, our basis for what this community was founded on, the tournament community, the BFC itself, was based around Battlefront 2, and we started doing stats, and the stats affected the all-star voting because before it was just based solely on popularity, whereas bad players who were still good or bad players who were still popular were kind of getting into the all-star game and messing it up and kind of denying people that were actually really good, that were really underrated. So we decided in Battlefront 2 that we would start implementing stats to partially decide who goes into the All-Star games. So stats, actually, we have the equation all set up. Stats will be stats will be 50% of the factor that plays into who goes into the uh, All-Star game. The other 50% is the community itself. And what I mean by that is just like in the NFL with the All Star game, people vote on who they want to go into the game itself, right? So what Mike and I have decided to do is we're going to have a big thread. I'll have this posted maybe tonight, maybe tomorrow. It'll be up soon. But I need you guys to be able to go up to the swbfc.com. It's our main site. So here you'll see our chat box, but that's currently down. The live stream, and then this. So what I need what I need you guys Mike to do. Oops, my bad. Mute that. What I'm gonna need you guys to do is
John Wick. You're not very good at retire.
Okay, sorry. What I need you guys to do is go to the bfc.com. You're gonna go into forums, and here it'll be up here. We'll have a post later on today, as I mentioned. It'll be say something along the lines of All-Star Game voting, right? So I'll just click this real quick and kind of give you guys an example. This is just the 3-2-2R match, so don't pay attention to this. But basically, what we're going to have is we're going to have a list of all the players organized by team. Every single player that has participated, or every single player that is on a roster will have in a list. So, for example, you'll have me, we'll have Mike, not that we're on the same team, but so on and so forth. You'll see a list of every single player. So you have every player in front of you, right? And then you'll be given, or you have the ability to vote for up to 8 players that you would like to see participate in the tournament itself. So let's say I'll use some of the people that come to my mind, people I've played with recently. So let's say I want to vote for, and this is just some random person. So let's say we'll use Mike, right? I want Mike to go. I want Revium to go. I want Tragic to go. So you continue down. You vote for 8 people on the list. It can be whatever 8 people you deem that you would like to see participate in the game, and you can vote. You can only vote up to once, but as many people can vote throughout that week span as possible, or as many people that want to. Or yeah. So the only catch though is I believe we made it so you can't vote for yourself. That vote won't be counted if you're voting for yourself, and in order to make it so people just don't vote for their own team, you can vote only up to 2 members of your team into the All-Star game. So if I'm, let's say I think R is such a great team because I'm on it. I vote, let's see, Logic, and I vote Chris, right? I can't put anyone else from R. So, for example, if I think Cappy is a really good player and goes on it, I can't do that because I already have the 2 R members on there, but I can vote for anyone else from another team. Let's say the rest of TWAT, I think all deserve it. Then I can put the rest of TWAT because they're not on my team. That wouldn't be me being biased. Anyway, you can vote up to 8 people in. You don't have to vote for 8. You don't have to vote, but you can vote for up to 8 people you'd like to see in that, and then those stats, that voting, will be factored in to the stats that are right here. Again, not updated, but they will be updated soon. I assure you, I'm working very diligently. So they'll be added to the stats, and whatever the top 12 people come up, they will go, with the exception of there being uh, more than two people. It's, we're only taking maximum of two people from one team, just so it doesn't get filled up by like basically two teams' rosters. So we're taking the first two people statistically after at the end um, of the voting, taking the first two people from each roster to participate. So if there's three people from one team in the top 12, the third person will be docked down, and then we'll take the next person down on that list. Hopefully that makes a little bit of sense to you guys about kind of how we're doing this voting, what's going to happen, and the voting should be up for about a week or so. The plan is to get this game probably around like at latest the 26th. That'd be a week after the tournament's predicted to end. It's either going to be a little before or a little after, depending on how long we want to hold the signups for. But again, I will make a post on both the Twitter, and I'll message every team when that's going to be closing. So that way I give you guys ample time ahead of time to be able to participate. Um, Actually, I guess I'll just address you guys right now. Von Schlepp, um, I'm going to say yes to just people that participated in Drop Zone 3, solely because of 50% of the total, 50% of the vote that we're doing is going through off stats. And we, as a community, decided to start keeping stats just on the Drop Zone 3 specifically. So I'd like to say probably just Drop Zone 3 people for now, but in the future, I will definitely start doing it with other tournaments. I plan on making this a consistent thing to do stats, but I would like some help next time because doing over 50 matches in 2 weeks is somewhat hard, especially when they can get up to 4-on-4, 5-on-5, 6-on-6. Um, and I'm doing all of that currently by myself, but in the future, that'll definitely be changed. Colossus, currently, this is just a State of the BFC episode where I'm just kind of updating you guys on what's going on with the community, what's happening. So I don't believe there are any matches actually scheduled yet, but the only two would be between 322 and R, which isn't scheduled, and between Twat and Blaster Brothers, which I do not believe is currently scheduled either. Anyway, the next thing I wanted to do, again, focus more around the community itself, is I want to get a 40-man game mode started. There's been plenty of requests to do 40-person game modes in the past. I was thinking of getting a turning point going, but obviously, if the community would like to do Supremacy or Walker Assault or whatever, obviously we can go through with that. But we'll try and get as many people to participate in the community turning point or community 40-man game mode as possible. This is not going to be limited to just Drop Zone 3 people. This should be limited, or this should be allowed to everyone in the community who has played with the community, who wants to participate in this. I should have it under, probably I'll get on this and have signups. Under the sign up tab, there'll be something like right around here, right under PS4 rosters, where it says 40-man signups, and then you just type your name in, hit enter, and you're already added to the list. We'll get dates later. I'll make a separate post on that, but right now we're just kind of trying to gauge interest and see what happens. Hopefully we get enough people to do the tournament. I'm hoping we get maybe at least around 10 people per team. That's about 20 people. So we're aiming between 20 and 40 to make it a legitimate game or so, and we'll just have that going. Again, I could hop on commentary if people cared, but also 40 people is kind of hard to commentate. But I'll see what I can do to make that work. Again, accommodating to the community as a request, trying to get things going for everyone to participate in and enjoy themselves on the game, because we as a community should be focusing more than just around tournaments. Um, yeah. So the last thing, uh, the last thing is we're looking at, since the Drop Zone 3 tournament is about to conclude. Um, we are in the work of getting ready to prepare for the next tournament that we would want to participate in, which would probably be starting around the beginning of March. Probably around March 4th, March 3rd, hopefully, is what we're looking at for that tournament start date. But again, depending on signups and when Drop Zone 3 actually concludes. But the thing with how we're doing tournaments is we're not going to repeat the same tournament twice, which means Drop Zone is now off the table for the next tournament, which would leave up probably between Cargo, Blast, and Droid Run. Um, I'm going to, again, you all are going to be able, we're going to be able to vote on tournaments the exact same way we have in the past. We'll do it through the committee that we have set up, though changes may end up happening to that. So if you feel like or if your team is not currently represented, or if your team captain is taken off due to inactive reasoning, you could be able to apply for the committee chair or the committee position for your team, and you'll be able to help make decisions on rules and game modes and such. Um, but I also kind of wanted to share my own personal opinion on what I feel like we should be doing for next tournament. Again, feel free to disagree, but just this is my current stance on the situation. I wanted to do a Droid Run tournament. Now, my reasoning for Droid Run is it is kind of taking us out of the cycle that we've been in for the past year now, where we do a drop zone tournament followed by a cargo tournament, followed by a drop zone, followed by a cargo, etc. Um, I've been kind of wanting to switch it up for a while now, and I feel like Droid Run is the best alternative to um, accommodate both the drop zone people and the cargo people. Mainly because the drop zone, or the drop zone aspect, is that it's a really mobile game. You need to keep moving, keep defending pods, securing pods. Where droid run, you have the droids. You need to move around and gain pods, hold pods, or droids. Sorry. So it's kind of the same concept. And then in cargo, it's really focused around team objective play. Cargo, you need to be able to grab the cargo, take it back to your base successfully. In with droid run, you have to be able to manage all three droids while using teamwork to get partner spawns or to get across the map. So that would be that was personally my suggestion, as well as I've been running scrims with a bunch of teams to see their interest in Droid Run. And it seems like there is quite a bit of enthusiasm based around it. So I personally would like to see a Droid Run tournament next. Um, Again, if you feel differently, you could always talk to your committee representative, which should be your team leader. And again, if your team's not represented, then we'll probably have a reformed committee based on activity, which you can then sign up for. Anyway, I'll try and catch up on the questions and see if you guys have any. But otherwise, that's kind of all I had for this really quick State of the BFC episode. Again, I know it was really short, and I apologize for that, but I just wanted to be able to get this stuff relayed to you as quickly and easily as possible without having to kind of just leave everyone in the dark. It's also been a while since we had one of these, so I figured I would do one. But that's really all we were looking at. Again, um, just look forward to the All-Star Game voting, which should be it'll be a forum post where we'll have everyone organized by team, and then you can vote up to 8 people, two from your team. So everyone can vote there through the forums. Just make a new thread. Obviously, you have to sign up. You have to make an account on the site, but then just go down, go to post reply, and then just type in the list of people you'd like to see, and up to 8, of course, 2 for your team. And then coming soon as well, I'm going to have a little drop-down box for the community game, the 40-man teams. Again, if anyone's interested in that, feel free just to sign up there. I'm thinking it's going to be Turning Point, but again, depending on community interest, we can always change it up. And as I mentioned just a little bit ago, we're going to be doing the next tournament coming soon. Can you check who's playing on the 11th? I could check who's playing on the 11th. I'm assuming that's going to be Twat and Blaster Brothers, since it's not R. I don't believe. When is the 11th? Saturday. Yeah, that'll probably be Twat and R then. Or Twat and Blaster Brothers, apologies. That would be looking at for that. I can't actually check that right now, but I'm assuming that's when it's going to be. We'll have a post out probably on Twitter. If you don't follow us on our Twitter, I believe it is twitter.com/SW. Is it SWBFC? It's probably the SWBFC. Yeah. So if you go to Twitter, go to the SWBFC and just follow us there. You should get updates whenever we go live for matches. You'll also get updates for anything that we post, such as winners of tournaments or any information we need to relay as quickly as possible. Playing on the 11th for Cargo. I don't think anyone's actually playing Cargo right now. I could be wrong. I also might not know what you mean, so I apologize. Colossus, heard that people want 8v8 Supremacy Tournament. Yeah, the thing with doing a tournament itself is just that the maps are really big, and you need a lot of people to cover it and make it kind of fun. The 8v8 would be an interesting number to do. I still feel like that's a little low, but that would also be asking a couple teams to merge, and it would really limit the amount of players, or limit the amount of teams that we have in the tournament. So for right now. Oh, okay. So sorry. For right now, we're going to try and get this Turning Point game set up again through there. And I'll let you guys know whenever we get more information regarding other games or more information on upcoming tournaments. What, Hoba Man? You mean 4 players for the 4v or for the big game mode? Yeah, that'd be interesting. Oops, my bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, that would be something interesting we could do. That we'll definitely look into coming up. Is all. But again, I'm going to try and cut it short here. Again, if you want to message me, you can always message me through the site. I check that pretty often. You could also message me through PSN at wicked_BVLLET hyphen. That's my PSN account. You can message me there. just get in touch with me if you have any questions regarding games or such. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, but I'm going to cut it off there. I'm kind of just rambling on now. Um, but I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. Sorry for kind of the boring update episode, but I just needed to get this sent out to you guys as quickly as possible. We'll probably, hopefully, be doing more of these in the future coming up. But for right now, that's all I really have to give you guys. So thanks everyone for watching. Stay tuned for this weekend for the semifinals of Drop Zone 3. And I'll see you guys later. So thanks everyone for watching, and see ya.